I'm painting an entire Soulblight Gravelord's army in just 24 hours. And entering it into a painting competition where my opponents spent months on their armies. Is it stupid? Is it genius? Will I make it in 24 hours? Heck, will I go insane? And most interestingly, will I have a chance to win Best in Show at Sweden's biggest Warhammer tournament? 1 year ago, I stood on top of the world. My Black Templar army had claimed the Best in Show trophy, and I felt like nothing could stop me. But 6 months later, I tried again and failed. The Blood Angels were bold, ambitious, but I flew way too close to the sun, and they melted. Now I'm back, I'm older, wiser, even more sleep deprived than ever, and I've got one shot to paint an entire Soulblight Gravelord's army in 24 hours and reclaim my title as the best in shower, not grower. Alright, so here's the mission. In 24 hours, I have to paint my entire 2000 points list, minus Nagash and the tiny little dragon. Thankfully, these two stand for over 50% of the total army points. The downside, in these 24 hours, not only do the rest of the army have to be painted, they have to be painted to a level that can win Best in Show at one of the biggest events of the year in Sweden. No pressure, right?
It's a bad idea! I'm telling you. So you're doing this again. 24 hours, Lucas. Didn't we agree that this was a bad plan?
Yeah, but this time I have a plan.
You said that before. And how much of the army have you actually painted before?
I have actually made one test skeleton like 2 years ago that I never finished.
So you're telling me from one meme you did 3 years ago.
I also
you
did
can now do
Nagash.
the whole army in 24 hours.
I painted the dragon.
So you painted 2 minis.
Yeah.
Or are you gonna be able to finish it in 24 hours?
I mean, let's find out. It's 9 AM and the timer starts now. So in order for this to not be a complete up, I think sculpting bases is the #1 thing on my to-do list. But what do I have to finish today? We have 10 skeletons, 3 fellbats, 1 vampire lord, and 1 Vengorian lord. Okay, so I have managed to finish sculpting all of the bases, and I just hope that the freaking plaster is dry on these ones. But I'm just gonna spray them because I really need to get started, and then hopefully all the epoxy on the Vengorian Lord will cure during the day so I can paint that one as well. Let's put some primer on the minis. I feel like the best way to ensure success here is to start by painting all the green bases, starting off by spraying some Cayman green from the top using an airbrush. When painting armies in a short amount of time, you really need to find the small ways to save time. In this case, using the airbrush to add a lot of color on a lot of areas really fast. And luckily for me, I'm so good at time management and I'm airbrushing like a god, so surely I can't get behind schedule. Yeah, I'm a bit behind schedule. 6.5 hours in and I'm still not even finished with my 3 bats. But hey, the night is young and so am I, so let's keep going. I'm finally done with all 3 Batteroonies, which means I need to really hop on and get some of the other stuff out of the way. And I think because now the epoxy should be dry from earlier this morning, so maybe if I start working on the 2 lords, that could be cool, because then it's gonna look pretty freaking amazing. I mean, it's just common sense, right? Yes. But first, a tiny bat reveal. Now for all of you out there who want to paint the ultimate red, if you begin by painting the area with dark sea blue, then highlighting using scarlet blood, your red will look super atmospheric and really stand out with a nice contrast. It is 10 o'clock and I have been planning this entire night so well. I am not the slightest of tired boy, and I have painted 3 bats, I have painted the Vampire Lord, which means that I am actually on time. As long as I don't hit the wall, I'm good.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. It cannot happen. It's never happened in the history of 24-hour challenges. I have always prevailed and I have always persisted and I've always managed to stay awake, unlike Emil. See you in the next life. Now, having painted the 3 bats and my dragon, I really feel like I have the perfect cheat code for painting the skin. Starting with big jumps in values using the brush, then bringing out some inks from our brand new paint set and using these to blend all of the layers. And while I continue painting the sexiest Vengorian Lord you've ever seen, let me talk about this week's sponsor, Into the AM. Unless you are like Steve and have been living under a rock for the past 5 years, you know and have seen in pretty much every video that me and Emil wear the fantastic shirts from Into the AM. Into the AM not only makes some of the best looking graphic t-shirts on the freaking internet, they also now have sweatpants, shirts, flannels, they have jackets, they have underwear, they have socks, they have pretty much everything you can ever ask for. And not only do they fit perfectly if you're like me, like jacked as frick, but also if you're like Emil, you're a bit taller, you have a long back, they will cover your fat ass. And lately I've personally fallen in love with the graphic tees that feature the slightly smaller print in the front and the large one in the back, but hey, always rocking the big ones as well, because quite frankly they look really freaking awesome. And right now, if you follow the link in the video description, you get 10% off your entire purchase, and as always they feature some really nice deals on the website. So what the frick are you waiting for? Go to the website, buy some freaking slick apparel, look as nice as I do, look better than Emil, and then get back to the video. I don't know what I'm doing in the video, but let's pretend I know. I'm basing. Okay, it is 1 AM and I feel so hyped. The army is starting to look so freaking good. I'm like actually proud of myself for making it this far. And I'm like super excited about everything. I just need to hammer through, push through, make it finish, and then just go and win this thing. Maxime, he's shitting himself in the toilet. He's throwing paints around.
Leaving.
He's being an absolute buffoon.
It starts now.
But I am enduring, I am still staying sane, I am very nice person, very humble, very lovely, and I'm not even tired at all. So I will just probably paint some more minis. That's probably a fun idea. Woo. Woo. But before I fall asleep, let's have a vampire bosser revealer. Okay, we are finally morning time. Beach, no longer. Tiredness, very much so. But I am so freaking happy because I managed to pretty much finish the entire freaking army. There are some minor details here and there that I might need to fix. But overall, I managed to freaking paint an entire army in 24 hours. Woo! I'm so tired. I was so confident that I would just not get tired. But then like half an hour ago came and I died. And I don't like dying. Don't recommend. It's been so much fun and I really liked painting everything that was not skeletons. So 10 out of 10 evening. I think this is the best 24-hour I've done to date. In just a couple of days, it's time for the big tournament. And I'm really ready to slay some Stormcast. The only thing that could have gone better tonight is if these motherfuckers wouldn't have been here to fuck with my mojo. And you guys might have noticed there's a lot of airbrush, a lot of paints, and a sneaky dragon in this video. And all of these paints, the airbrush, and the dragon can all be found if you follow the link in the video description. Make sure to go check it out. And before we head out, let's have a 10 skelly reveal.
You made it, except for that one base that, I don't know what happened there. I wasn't even here.
I couldn't paint it.
Did you forget about it?
No, so what happened is I painted the bases first on every single mini.
Yeah.
And because I had already painted that skeleton, I couldn't just paint the base. So I'm gonna have to do that afterwards.
Okay. But I must say, I think to this day, I think this is your most beautiful army. And that's saying a lot because like your Black Templar army is kind of nice, but I think this one is better.
Yeah, I mean they look freaking fantastic, but that doesn't stop me from being incredibly nervous anyway.
Yeah.
Because last time I came with my incredible flawless Blood Angels army.
I really liked that one too, but
I still ended up in second place.
Yeah.
And everyone knows that second place is
first loser. Boom!
Do you remember Buzz Aldrin? No.
Do you ever remember Buzz Lightyear? No. Everyone remembers only Woody.
Yeah. No. Okay.
But Lucas, you're leaving for the tournament in 2 days. We'll see if he wins.
Yeah.
And maybe there will be a grand reveal.
If this video gets 20,000 likes, you will get the grand reveal.
If this video gets 20,000 likes, Lucas will do another 24-hour marathon. And I will paint Croods.
Yeah, you didn't even paint in this freaking video. He went home at like 11 o'clock.
No, it was like 12:30. I promise.
Okay, so as you guys know, I am the best player in the tournament. And my first match has just wrapped up and I managed to lose big time. I did not score anything. So that means I have like a 4-hour lunch now. Pretty cool. See you in round 2. As the tournament went on, things started rough with a major loss against the former world champion Ronja, followed by another heavy loss against the great-looking Gloomspite Gitz army. But after that, things picked up and I managed to really slay in the remaining 3 games, picking home 3 consecutive wins. During the second day, I also got the note that I had been nominated for the Best in Show voting. And just as usual, the competition is crazy good. And as the day came to an end, it was finally time to once and for all know if I had won a freaking trophy or not.
And the winner for Best in Show is...
Lukas Holmström.
I am incredibly happy to once again be fortunate enough to bring home a Best in Show trophy. And I think this one even feels more sweet because of the second place with my Blood Angels. But there is one more surprise to come.
The grand champion for Age of Sigmar is Lukas Holmström.
This was honestly the biggest surprise of the years. Thanks to winning the last 3 games, I managed to snag the Grand Champion title, winning the highest total combined score for painting, fair play and scoring. For the first time in my life, I was genuinely surprised. This was probably the first and last time I ever got this prize. Needless to say, I was incredibly surprised. Let's do a freaking grand reveal!
Arise.
Massive thanks to this week's sponsor, Into the AM, for making sure that we look fly in all of our videos. And as always, a massive thanks to our amazing Patreons. Without you guys, we could literally not do this, especially these awesome top donors. You guys are the freaking best. With that said, have a nice day,